3. This Saturday, September 23rd.
The official Miami Carnival send-off.
Inside 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York. Featuring live Job King. Job King. Looney Spark and Electrify. Alma Boy. Mr. Legs. Kush. From St. Vincent, Marlo. And Kemi. Representing TNT, it's Taladan. Not forgetting New York's top DJs. Hosted by Viceman Redman. Start time 10 p.m. So get there early. Get your $40 tickets now at kingsoftKings3.eventbrite.com. Kings of Kings 3. The baddest fest going down this Saturday inside 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah. Welcome to Ride Along Live for today. It's Thursday. What's pissing you off Thursday? Yeah, a lot of things, people. Things that are pissing me off, things that are pissing you off, but it's your show, really. Peace side, big up yourself. Donna, big up yourself, Donna. Nice. Everybody share the program, because this is your program on a Thursday, right? Now, all through the week, guys, and probably even since last week, there have been a call because people have been going through a lot of things out there on social media. People are arguing for God knows what reason, but people have difference of opinions. So, on a Thursday, we are dedicating it to you guys, so we could talk a little bit more and find out what is pissing you off. I must say at the top, guys, this is going to be an abbreviated program. I have a hard stop at the bottom of the hour, so it's going to be a kind of shorter than normal program. Nevertheless, guys, it's what's pissing you off on a Thursday. Everybody share the thing. Everybody share the thing. Let's get this out and rolling. Nice. So what? All you ain't gonna share? All you ain't gonna share? All you're not gonna share? Let's share, guys. Let's share. The sharing is caring, right? They say sharing is caring, right? Let me share it as well, because I'm asking you to share, but I ain't sharing nothing. Let me share. Let me start. First, who's inside, guys? Who's inside? Did you guys get notification? Yeah, we're on. We are on. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, it's what's pissing me off on a Thursday. What's pissing you off on a Thursday? And there are two things that came to the wire that people wanted to speak about, that they say that's pissing them off, right? But at any time during the program, guys, if you want to call in and voice your dissatisfaction about whatever is happening, whatever is on your mind, whatever is pissing you off, feel free to call. Donna, big up. Let me put the number up on the screen. This is the number here that you need to call. All right, so guys, because it's a shorter, abbreviated program, let me get right into it, right? The first thing, someone sent us a long letter, and I'm going to read it, right? It have to do with the hypocrisy. It have to do with the hypocrisy of certain men. They call it down low fellas, right? They're on the down low. These men are living regular relationship, or you might deem to be regular relationship. They have their wives or their girlfriend, they have kids, nice home, everything, you know. They are out to the world as if everything is like perfect in terms of their lives, right? Now, nobody could tell anybody what kind of life to live, first and foremost. Everybody is their own individual. They could live whatever life, however they want to live, whatever they want to do. But these particular men, they are known as on the down low. So someone sent us this letter in right here, and I'm going to read it. Big up. Hey, yes. All right, yes. Right. I'm going to read it because this particular person who is also a part of the LGBT community, that is pissing them off. But first, before I play it, before I read it, I want to play back this clip from a conversation we had earlier with Ashida. This is Ashida's take on the whole Down Low Fellas thing. This is Ashida Charles.
Ending that you hardcore and you gangster. Stop it. Start living in your truth. So tomorrow, God's willing, put your gel in your hair, put on your wig, do your nails if you like, and come out swinging.
But it doesn't have to be all that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just trying to exaggerate it a little bit. This is a cheetah being a cheetah. I'm just saying, come out 100% in all your glory. Launch yourself. Here am I. This is me. We won't hurt you because this is not what we do in Grenada. This is a generally peaceful country. You're allowed to live in your truth once you're being respectful with it. Because you see this thing, Junior, like I said, it is very, very concerning what they're doing. It's very concerning. And we're not just looking at the social implications, but the medical consequences of it. Because this is a very easy way for diseases to circulate. You understand what I'm saying? You have a man with men, and he has a family. He has a wife and kids going home to, pretending to be this heterosexual figure when he knows he's not. So I just want to encourage all of them. Tomorrow, Tuesday, God's willing, come out in all your glory and shine like the diamonds that you are.
God. Morris. Okay. You guys didn't hear nothing at all? Oh, Lord. You guys didn't hear nothing? You guys didn't hear nothing at all? Let me know what you didn't hear. You didn't hear nothing. All right, oh, Lord have mercy. All right, nothing at all. Nope. Okay, I wasn't reading the post. I wasn't reading the comments. I was reading the post, the letter. All right, Lord, let me go back and read it again. This letter was a letter that I received from a member of the LGBT community, right? The letter basically addressed and is speaking to the hypocrisy in the rise of closeted homosexuality. You guys heard that? Thumbs up if you heard that. All right, okay. So the person went on to say, I hope this letter reached you well, and I would like you to address this on your program because this is pissing me off. I am writing to express my concern and frustration regarding the growing issue that have been bothering me in many others in the community in recent times. It is the matter of if individual who claim to be it's the matter of an individual who claims to be straight while secretly engaging in homosexual activities, often condemning the LGBTQ plus community while doing so. This phenomenon, commonly referred to as on the down low, is a cause for concern in multiple fronts. While everyone has the right to have their own sexual origin or orientation or preferences, what's deeply troubling and concerning is the hypocrisy and harm that accompanies it. First and foremost, it is critical to emphasize that everyone should be free to embrace and express themselves without discrimination or prejudice. The LGBT plus community has fought tirelessly for equal rights, acceptance, and eradicating stereotypes and bias. However, when individuals are secretly engaging in same-sex relationship, actively condemning the discrimination against LGBT community, it perpetrates harmful stereotypes and further divides the society. The person went on to say, these closeted individuals may be struggling with their own identity and grappling with social pressures, but it's essential to promote understanding, acceptance, and open dialogue. Hiding oneself can lead to the feeling of shame, guilt, and isolation, which can have a detrimental effect on mental health. Moreover, engaging in risky behavior without transparency can also have serious public health implications. By not openly discussing the sexual activities and not taking appropriate precautions, individuals involved on the down low relationship can inadvertently contribute to the spread of sexually transmitted disease. In conclusion, the person went on to say, the rise in individuals who claim to be straight while secretly engaging in homosexual activities and condemning the LGBT plus community is a complex issue and requires our attention and understanding. Let us work together to eradicate, to create more compassion and exclusive society where everyone can be themselves without fear of judgment. All right. Okay. So essentially, this person is pissed off because what they see is a rise and increase in the number of men who claim to be straight, right? Who claim to be straight. They may have their wife, their girlfriend, they may doing their thing like normal, like they're normal or what they want to perceive to the world as normal. But really and truly deep down inside, they are on the down low. They may have boyfriends, men friends, or other same-sex friends that they are, having sexual relations with, right? Now, me personally, everybody have the right to do whatever they want to do. They're their own individual, own person, right? But what the community folks are saying that's pissing them off is especially when these same individuals, they go out on a limb and they condemn people in the LGBT community. They call them all sorts of names. They call them all sorts of derogatory names, right? All sorts of bad names. While at the same time, they are hiding their own truth. So they are saying, They are saying that it is dangerous for a number of reasons. Women are complaining, and women are saying that's pissing them off because you are, say for instance, you are a woman, and you have your boyfriend, and you're not even aware that this individual that you're dating, that you're making love to every night, sleeping with, whatever the case might be, you didn't even know that this individual is having sex with a man, right? Male. And then come back now and having sex with you as a woman. So, the individual in question here is saying that is pissing off the people in the LGBTQ plus community. Women, I want you guys to chime in right here. I want women to chime in and give us a call and let us talk about this issue here, right? Let us talk about the serious issue right here of grave concern, because not only are getting the impression that not only is it pissing the folks in the LGBTQ plus community, which this letter came from, but it's also pissing off a lot of very straight women. Correct is right or correct is wrong? 718-701-5720. Let us talk right now. The phone lines are wide open. Lydia saying yes. And they playing Badman. And sometimes guys, they'll be the loudest ones in the pack in condemnation of the lifestyle of those. I saw a video one time of a pastor. This pastor came out dread and he called out one of somebody in his congregation, and the pastor started to disrespect the man, and because the man was dressed, I think he dressed somewhat like a woman, and he started to disrespect the individual, telling him he can't come to the church and sit down in the church. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, weeks after, it was unveiled that the same said pastor who was saying all this thing about this individual who was sitting in front of his church as a transgender, the pastor himself was a gay man, hiding behind the Bible. The man was concealing himself, but instead bashing the people. Now, everyone, as I said, have a right to live what they want to live, how they want to live. If you want to live as a gay person, that is you. That is your life. What you do in the privacy of your own home, in your bedroom, your business. It's not mine, right? So I cannot tell anybody who to love, how to love them, or how to express your love to these individuals. But at the same time, what's pissing people off is some of them, how they do it, right? How they do it, how they go about doing it. And the disrespect that sometimes that's shown to others in the said community. All right. Danny. Why can't some people just be honest about their sexuality? Many Grenadians know or suspect that individuals in high places in Grenada society are homosexual. This includes high-level politicians. Why don't they come out of the closet? Well, listen, here's what I'm saying, Danny. You're saying the same thing I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. I am saying we cannot tell anybody, or we cannot... Oh, thank you. Somebody was just texting me no audio. I just get a message. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, thank you, the people who called me and told me that I didn't have audio earlier. The truth and the fact of the matter is, guys, again, this is what pissing me off, what's pissing you off, so the phone line's open throughout the program. If somebody, you cannot tell somebody when, if, or how to come out, right? Some people, they don't have to go on the radio and make a public announcement. Like, yo, I am this way or that way, right? You cannot expect, and especially in the society that we are in, you don't expect a lot of people to publicly come out and say that they are gay. Because let's be very realistic. The society that we live in, a lot of people get bashed, you know? A lot of people. You'll end up in a soca or calypso. You'll end up as a meme, right? You'll get that. You know, this is not a society that will not normally, or that will kill people as was deemed in other circles. This is not a society, but people are fearful of what people say about them. So we are expecting that people go come out on the radio and make the announcement. What do they have to do that for? It's nobody's business, but at the end of the day, the least, at minimum, right, is don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite to your truth. Don't be a hypocrite. My volume? What happened to my volume now? Right? Yes. So, the big deal is do, live, be whatever you have to be. But don't be a hypocrite to the thing, right? Don't be chastising somebody because you so want to conceal your own self or conceal, you know, whatever you want to hide, that you feel you want to hide it so deep. You want people to see that you are so far away from the thought or the idea of that. You go chastise the next person in the worst possible way, degrade the next person in the worst possible way. Some people go as far and want to throw missiles at people. All of this stuff. And the truth and in fact of it, guys, when you really look down in the nitty-gritty of it, right? Exactly. So that's what's pissing some people off. It is wrong. Call it what they want. And teaching the schools is very wrong. That was Jackie Matthew, right? And then again, guys, the question of wrong. Let me address when you say wrong, right? Because I have a problem with wrong versus right, right? Because wrong and right is, I believe, is in the eyes of the person. Just that is in the eyes of the person. Because you cannot tell someone that their particular behavior is wrong, because what is your litmus test of right? Right? And even the word normal, like what's normal, right? What is normal? Your normal may not be my normal. Like it might be normal for you to get up in the morning and drink a hot cup of coffee, but that's not normal for me. I don't like that. I don't like coffee like that. So, and it might be right by you to do that, but wrong by me. So, what's actually right? It depends on how you see it. It's all about perspective. But at least, at minimum, what we're saying is that don't chastise somebody else, or don't degrade somebody else, or don't try to, make someone else look bad, make someone else look ashamed, as this guy is saying right here, when you are equally apart and supportive, just to hide your own truth. Come out. If leave your truth. Because a lot of people who live their truth, I feel they live happier lives. I feel they live happier lives. Patricia says, coffee in the morning is right. Coffee in the morning is wrong. We could debate that. Jennifer's Cottage, big up yourself. Guys, check out Jennifer's Cottage. That is right. Jennifer's Cottage is the right place. I tell you that. The right place. All right, more comments here. Lydia says some people just like to tag innocent ones in their gay thing. Sometimes some men just act feminine, but nothing to do with gay. And you're right. Yes, I believe that as well, right? And listen, I had in this program, since we're doing this ride along program, I have spoken to countless amount of individuals who express themselves to me in terms of their sexual orientation. You guys could remember we had gay people, we had we had transgender, we had man who changes sex to woman, we had woman that changes sex to man, we had all sorts of different ones, different people who live their life differently. And it's never a judgment zone here. It's all about people sharing their story and we understanding their lifestyle, right? It's about acceptance. But one of the common things that was always said to me, and it was explained to me like this. They say, think about it like this. You are living a life, right? Internally, you feel a certain way. Internally, and I remember this this transgender lady explained it to me like internally. So he was born a man, and he didn't feel like a man. Like when he looked down and when he looked at what he's seen, yes, that is a male sex organ right here. But when he inside, he's like, nah, I don't feel like a man. Like this, that, you know? So he's always, acting like a female. Being always acting like a female from since he was a child. From since that individual was a child. So there was no influence. There was no external influence that made him act like that. He just felt like that internally. So when he grew up, he was battling with that fact, right? Should I, express myself how the community expect me to express myself? Because the doctor wrote on my birth certificate that he is a man, a male, right? Boy child. But the person don't feel like a boy child. So do he live like what society says about him? Or should he live how he feel about himself? So there's an internal battle. And this particular individual said to me on the program, that has been the internal battle. Now, a lot of people, they battle themselves, right? On a daily basis, or that fight happens internally. It's like being in prison. Someone expressed to me like that as well. Who do you live as? Like if you cannot even, as a man, can't even get an erection, that particular individual, they can't get an erection, they can't feel for a woman in any kind of way. But when they see same sex, they get so aroused. Like, what? Damn. Right? So they express that. Who do you live as? You are battling with the societal norms and your own internal feelings and emotion. So that's what the person expressed to me. That is the battle that they go through. And a lot of people, they don't even want to go through that fight. So because of that fight sometimes and the pressure put on them by society, a lot of people in the LGBT community have expressed, a lot of young people especially, they commit suicide because they're just fighting and they just can't take on that fight. Right? Yeah. So that was expressed to us. So who do they live as? What should they do? What should they do? All right. Sharon is saying, my whole thing is we have to pay for our sin. And a sin is a sin. Being gay is not a bigger sin. Let him without sin cast the first stone. Lydia is saying that, well, that is a demon. So, okay. I don't want to deviate from what we're talking about here. But in the case of this individual I just told you guys about, right? In the case of this particular individual who is battling right, who is battling that demon. Well, I don't want to say demon because I don't know it is a demon. They're battling, they're fighting among societal norms and internally, right? How do they get rid of that? How do they get rid of that? How do they get rid of that? I guess is the next question. But how is it societal? When does it come in? Where does it come in? Society didn't make man, God made us. Okay, right. So when I say societal, Akida, thanks for your input. When I say societal norms, you know, it is normal. Society in regular society, it is somehow traditionally normal that a man should be with a woman, right? Normal. Society expect that at a certain point in time, a man would find a woman would find a man, they'll get married and they'll have kids. That is like the societal norm. Now, when you push against societal norm, you know, people's sensitivity gets like, yeah, people sort of like, this is not normal to what they know, right? So when I say societal norm, I mean like that chronological expression of oneself. Go to school, you know, get an education, get married, have kids, retire. That whole transition of life. How do you get rid of it? 718-701-5720. We're talking about this first one, guys. This is what's pissing you off on a Thursday. And again, let me express and explain. This letter was sent to us by someone in the LGBT community, speaking specifically about the hypocrisy, as they put it. The hypocrisy of, they word it like this. They said the hypocrisy of the, addressing hypocrisy in the rise of closeted homosexuality. Men who are living their life as societal, normal people. They have their girlfriend, they have their wife or whatever. They probably have 2 children, who knows? They have their girlfriend. But on the side, they are on the DL. They are on the DL. They are dating men. They're having sex with men. And half of the time, maybe more than half of the time, their wife or their girlfriend don't know nothing about it. They're clueless. So the wife or the girlfriend, you know, she don't know that in the night, sometimes she is the woman, but sometimes in the night, he is the woman to another man. That's just how it is, right? She don't know that. So all these things, sometimes, you know, she might get, I want to be graphic, with bacterial infections and all these type of things because she don't know what's going on, what's going in there. Sometimes it's, you know, different things because the man would come home and they would make love and she would catch something. Because you guys know the process. I don't have to explain it. You guys know. All the big people up inside of here, right? So the member that wrote us here from the LGBTQ plus community is saying that they are fed up with the hypocrisy. They are pissed off with that hypocrisy of these men. So they're saying, if that's how you are, make a choice, my brother. Make a decision. Like, if you know that you are gay, be with a man, right? If you're not, then be with a woman. I guess that's why they made you bisexual. That's why they have bisexual. So you're both sides, I guess. All right. Trans identity. He has to accept who he is and lead not by temptation. We all do. You have to deal with it between you and your God. Here is a problem situation that I have, and I addressed it before here on the program. trans identity, right? Trans identity, and I guess that could use in every instant. So say for instance, a bodybuilder or a basketballer, right? He's the top of his game. All of a sudden decided, you know what? I'm done. I want to play basketball, but I want to be identified right now as a woman. I don't want to be identified as a man anymore. I want to be identified as a woman. That is my thing. No, they want to change. Could he or should he then be widely accepted to go through the process and now compete in the WNBA? Like compete with women on that level. Trans identity. Eh? Esther said they can run from mankind, but they can't run from God. Somebody said, you know, people use the Bible to explain and express anything, right? People use the Bible to justify slavery at one point. Say slavery is biblically right? And there probably some kind of interpretation or someone that could interpret the Bible at some scripture that make that right to them. So oftentimes people use the Bible, interpret the Bible in different things. So I don't know if, listen, I feel, and deep down inside of me, this is how I feel, right? This is how I feel. God and Bonnie said, no. This is how I feel. If man was made in God's likeness, right? So man was made in the likeness of God, right? For the folks who are very biblical, then if somebody was made or born and from inception as a child, as a boy child, could never adapt into, you know, things that little boys would do. Instead, gravitated to things what girls would do. Grew up being, you know, a transgender. Isn't that in the likeness? Wasn't he created in the likeness of God? Wasn't he created in that likeness? Because if he wasn't, then what happened? What changed him? I mean, I know the very biblical people who understand the Bible inside out may have a different way of interpretation. Hence the reason why we're having a discussion, a conversation, and I'm giving you guys an opportunity to call in at any time. But what happened there? What is the problem? What is the problem there? All right, Lydia is saying that the Bible is the manual for mankind. Okay? Spice Chick, how you doing? The Bible is the truth we live by forever for perfect direction. Okay, let me ask this question again, guys. I want to deviate too far away from the topic. This is what's pissing you off, and we focusing on a letter that was sent to us by an individual in the LGBT community who is saying that he is fed up and tired with the hypocrisy of men who want to hit it on both sides. No pun intended. But anyway, Spice Chick is saying, live forever for perfect direction. We should follow the Bible. There are scriptures, guys, tell me if I'm wrong, right? There are scriptures during slavery. There are biblical verses that was quoted during slavery that actually said, that actually was translated or interpreted to the slave to let them believe that slavery was also biblical. It was right by the Bible. Okay? So what happened there? What's the problem there? What is the problem there? It was interpreted. Andre, this is the behavior is like a language. You adapt what you learn. If you were born in Spain, you automatically speak Spanish. I don't think a person or a child adopt this behavior on his own. Someone close to him teach them. Okay, so Andre Hackett, thanks for your input. Andre Hackett is saying that based on the sexuality or the sexual behavior of an individual, it might have been or it is an adapted way, adapted lifestyle. And if someone is behaving like that or acting like that, it's quite possible that that particular individual might have learned that from somebody else. Someone teach them that, or they see it from somebody else and they adapted that. But I had guests on the program before who contradicts that. They said that one particular individual, as a child growing up, since he was small, he always had this way about him. He was never playing with G.I. Joe and cars and little bike and all that. From the time the man come out, so the man gravitated to dolls, and he just went this way. That's how even his mother knew it. No one touched the child inappropriately, as far as what he said. He was just born that way. That's how he felt. He came out, never been attracted to a woman ever. Never. Right? But he came out and he was more attracted to same sex. Right. What is that? What is that? Lydia says, the slave believed that, but we are not in slavery no more. We have learned the truth. The Bible is our manual. And yes, understood. Yes, get it, got it. But I'm just saying the interpretation. And someone posted earlier, right? And they said about sin. Big sin, small sin, mediocre sin. Is there such a thing like smaller sins or bigger sins or worse sin or not so bad of a sin? Some may argue a sin is a sin. And we all are sinners. Right? I'm just giving a devil's advocate approach to the conversation here. It's because some sexual demons was invited. Maybe when the mother was pregnant, something happened. Interesting point of view. Interesting point of view. Jefferson David says, all sin is a sin. All sin is a sin. All right, Chico Lico. Love that name. Chico Lico. Chico Lico. Chico Lico is saying, no man or woman was born with mistake. So that is nonsense you're saying, Junior. A man was born to get to be a woman, and a woman was born to be and a man was born to be a man in the system, be a man. Is the system messing them kids up images? They're making transgender dolls. Chico Lico, don't come for me, you know. I'm just talking. I'm just giving all different points. You understand? You understand? All right? Right. But I'm saying, in these conversations that we've had in the past, again, I don't want to deviate too far away from the topic. In these conversations that we had in the past, where individuals who are living their life a certain way, this way, that way, this way, that way, transgender, men living like women, women living like men, that's how that's their life. They would share the stories of their lifespan that gravitated to, you know, being more feminine than masculine. Here's another issue. Here's another issue. Do you know that there are hermaphrodites, right? Hermaphrodites. A person that was born and they have both sex organs. So they have both male and female sex organ, right? Are they man or are they woman? Like, what is their sexuality? And what if that same person that has both genders gravitate more to one than the other? Like, that particular person gravitates more to a woman than a man, right? How that work? Carmen Williams, big up yourself. How that work? How does that get translated? What kind of life should society dictate that person live? Yes, the world has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. You know, people are starting to realize and conversate about all these different things. Yes. Yes. I agree. All right, Spicy. Junior, we don't care what you say. More fire. Okay. I will never treat people differently due to their sexuality, but the truth has to stand. You cannot change your sex, and to born with a sex organ, you get to choose. Most times they're gay, etc. But the text cut off on the screen there. Marian, is it Maria James? On YouTube, big up the folks on YouTube watching. We're all born in sin. And the problem is all over. Many black people were raped and sodomized by the slave master. It was called buck breaking. It showed that homosexuality was practiced hundreds of years ago. Where do those quoting in the Bible believe the term sodomy comes from the biblical city? Okay. All right. Hecon said the dominant sex organ determines the sex. That is confusing. What if they both are dominant? What if they both are dominant? What if they both are dominant? I'm just saying though. Guys, this topic, we probably had the most conversation on this Facebook platform as it deals with transgender and sexuality, right? It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic because people have so much different stories as it relates to that, right? LaQuisha says, Junior, both cannot be dominant. I don't know. I never see it. I never seen it. So I don't know. But I'm just saying, what if it is? Yeah. So let me pull back and say this, what's pissing me off is a letter that was sent to us by a member of the LGBTQ plus community who is pissed off as a member of the community with men who decided that they want to live their life with their wives or their girlfriend, have kids, and act like they are this way, when in truth and in fact, they are not. In truth and in fact, they are having homosexual sex with their boyfriends, right? So that member of the LGBT community wrote us this long letter that I'm going to post over on Ride Along page after the program, saying that this is in conclusion. I'm reading in conclusion part. They're saying that in conclusion, the rise in individuals who claim to be straight while secretly engaging in homosexual activity and condemning the LGBTQ plus community is a complex issue that requires our attention and understanding. Let us work together to create more compassion and inclusive society where everyone can be true to themselves without fear of judgment or discrimination. Thanks for taking and reading this letter. So I'm going to post that letter over on the platform a little bit later. All right, Corey Bailey, she said, Junior Kweku. Love when you call me Kweku. I'm not judgmental to no one's sexuality. I believe God knew who he was making and the outcome of each of us. Christ knows what he was doing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So what should the ladies do? Ladies, what should you guys do now? And I don't think that it's a no issue, if you ask me. I think that probably a lot of it is getting out now. I'm hearing about this video releasing. I'm hearing about that. Social media is making it easier for people to see what's going on. But I believe even before social media, before all this influx of all these cameras all over the place, people are still doing the dirty. You just didn't know. But now you know. So now we're saying for the ladies, all you have to take precaution and try to figure this thing out. How do you know? Like, how do you know what's going on? Like, how do you test for that? How do you check for that? Social media made it worse. But listen, don't believe that this just started to happen, that because, you're seeing more of it on social media means that, it's more prevalent. Nah, I don't believe so. I believe it's been prevalent. It's just getting exposed now. Camera, phone, imagine back in the days, guys, when people had their phone that you have to click and you have to click. That's too much work. Ain't nobody getting exposed with that. Then you had to take it to the store with about 5 days to get back your pictures. Somebody had to wash it for you. Nah. People ain't getting exposed so. But you see, yeah? Change the whole game. All right, guys, next topic. Wow. Next topic quickly, guys. Remember, on Thursday, what's pissing you off? If something pissing you off, you could write to us and tell us what's pissing you off. All right. This is the next topic, guys. We'll deal with this one quickly. I recently received a letter from my daughter's high school about their program of giving condoms to students. I have to say I am extremely concerned about this. I don't like the idea of my daughter being given condoms at school. As far as I can see, this is wrong. This is a wrong message that they've been sent to the kids to promote her to have sex or promote them to have sex. I understand that the school may have good intention behind this program, but I simply cannot and will not agree with it. As a parent, I feel that this is my responsibility to educate my child about sex and provide her with the necessary resources. I don't feel that this is appropriate for the school to take this role. What do you think, dear writers? What do you think about this? Kids as young as 11, 12. By the way, I see a lot of people presumed that it's Grenada. This is not from Grenada. This person is not from Grenada, all right? So this has not been done, as far as I know, in Grenada. So don't automatically assume that this is from Grenada. This is someone that lives in the New York City area. So it's a project that has been done by the New York Department of Education. So it happened in New York. All right. Lonnie Isaac, you agree with the mom. You agree with the mom that it's not the school responsibility to teach or to give out condoms. Let me play devil's advocate here, guys. And I'll get some of you guys mad because every time I do that, some of you guys get very upset. What if the school is just looking out for the well-being of the students, right? By giving them condoms is not telling them to have sex, right? They're basically saying, if you are gonna have sex, then here is a condom to protect them. Now the parents then should be the one who is talking to their kids about, they engaging in sexual activities and why they should or should not be engaging in sexual activities. And the school is just saying, this is available here. We're not telling you to go and do it. We're not telling you to do anything. We're just saying that, it's available because you should have already gotten the talk about the birds and the bees from your parents. This is just saying, it's available here. The resources are available. For some kids, they might be reluctant. Don't have to go to the store and want to ask to buy it and stuff like that. If you understand what I mean. Lydia is saying, I don't think that the school has a right to give condoms to kids. I find that this is the parents' role to educate their child or children. Right. So here again, devil's advocate. I firmly believe that it is the parents' job, it is the parents' responsibility to talk to their children about the birds and the bees. Fully, 100%, parents' responsibility. If the school plays a role in educating the kids, what if they see it as their obligation and responsibility to educate them about sexual prevention, STDs, HIV, and other sexually transmitted diseases. What if the schools see it as an extension of the education? Because education is all about knowledge, right? And providing knowledge, about all these different things. But at the same time, not negating the parents' responsibility, because the school is not telling the parents that they should not educate their child about their bodies and sex and all of that stuff. They're not saying that they shouldn't, but they're saying, hey, it's available here. Your parents should already tell you about this. It's available here. We're not saying that you should go and do it, but it's available right here. Devil's advocate. Lydia is saying that I think the introducing the child to have sex. Okay. So you think and you might be right. You might be right. By giving them or providing, condoms or prophylactics to the kids, it's kind of telling them, here, try it. Like if someone hands you a cigarette, right? I don't know if you're thinking along the same vein. If someone hands you a cigarette and you're not a smoker, right? Someone hands you a cigarette and you're not a smoker, you're not interested in smoking. You already got the whole talk about smoking could cause cancer and you could die from smoking and you shouldn't smoke and all of that stuff. You want to protect your lung and all of that stuff. And somebody give you a cigarette or a weed or a stick or whatever. Anyway, they give you something. Does that entice you to smoke it? Would that entice you to smoke it? Yeah? Because I remember when I was going to high school, I was getting all sorts of influences. There was a certain sector of friends that I went to high school with. They used to smoke and thing. Man, things used to pass. But I never once took it and yo, because that's not what I wanted to do. Right? LaQuisha said it tempts you. Boy, this damn thing. Let me try to smoke this thing. Nah, I don't want to. Yes, you should smoke because you already have it. Nah, I don't really. Come on. Yeah? Peer pressure is a real thing. Now it's teachers. They got doing the influencing. Guys, on a Thursday, what's pissing you off? Let us know what's pissing you off. If something is pissing you off and you want to chime in, you want to have your say, you want to have your topic be talked about, send it to us, write it to us, and let's talk about it. Thursday, what's pissing you off? We talk about everything else, guys. I think it's necessary that we talk about what's on your mind, what's pissing you off, and we try to do that on a Thursday. It is 7:03, 3 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. We had two topics here today. Let me summarize it and where we are with it, right? A lot of you guys are saying and are equally pissed off about men who decide to have it both ways. I get it. I understand it, right? A lot of you guys don't believe that a person who is in a relationship with a woman should secretly be in another relationship with a man. They should have it one way or the other. Don't be greedy. You're biting on every single side. That is what all you're saying. That is what the post reflects, right? As it relates to the second topic, I get it that a lot of you guys are not in support of schools. Majority of you guys are not in support of schools giving out prophylactic condoms to students, you feel like parents, that should be their responsibility. That should be parents' responsibility. That should be parents' responsibility. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a part of our program for this entire week. We appreciate you so much. Take a quick commercial break, wrap up, and get out of here. We'll be right back. Don't move.
Now, get ready to conquer the road with Zion Driving Instructors, conveniently located at 1782 Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We are your ticket to driving success. We are known for and specialize in the best rates for driving classes, ensuring you reach your driving goals affordably and efficiently. Our expert instructors offer personalized one-on-one training, making you a confident and skilled driver. Plus, we offer convenient 5-hour classes and various packages deal to give you even more value. Ready to take the wheel? Call us today at 718-374-5678. That's 718-374-5678. Or visit ZionDrivingInstructors.com. That's ZionDrivingInstructors.com. Zion Driving Instructors, your journey to the open road starts here. Contact us and make your driving dreams a reality. Mention this.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Kings of Kings 3 this Saturday, September 23rd.
The official Miami Carnival send-off.
Inside 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York. Featuring live Job King. Job King. Lunis Park and Electrify. Alma Boy. Mr. Legs. Kush. From St. Vincent, Marlo. And Kemi. Representing TNT, it's Taladan. Not forgetting New York's top DJs. Hosted by Viceman Redman. Start time 10 p.m. So get there early. Get your $40 tickets now at kingsofkings3.eventbrite.com. Kings of Kings 3. The baddest fest going down this Saturday inside 178 Newport Street, Brooklyn, New York.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.